you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
Are you deaf?
No, you is blind.
I'm not blind, you blind.
That is what I just said.
Was Rush Hour 3 a flop? Some says that the movie had a repetitive fistfight and life-threatening scenes, so they were looking for a fresh breath of air. What really went down with Rush Hour 3? The movie crew started filming on July 4, 2006. They went to amazing cities like Paris in France and Los Angeles in the USA. There were lots of actions with cool stunts and big booms, way more than you'd see on a regular trip. That's how they made the movie feel so real and fun to watch. It's like they brought pieces of the world right to us on the big screen. Now, let's talk about the casting. We've got a mix of familiar faces and some new ones that spice things up. First up, we've got the man, the myth, the legend, Jackie Chan as Chief Inspector Lee. This guy's got moves that'll make your head spin, and he's all about honor and duty. Then there's Chris Tucker as Detective James Carter. He's loud, he's funny, and he's got a heart of gold. Together, they're like peanut butter and jelly, different but perfect together. Now, let's talk about the baddies. Hiroyuki Sanada steps in as Kenji, Lee's foster brother turned nemesis. He's got that cool bad guy vibe, but there's a twist. He's got a history with Lee, which makes every encounter between them super intense. The elegance and mystery comes with Noemi Lenoir as Genevieve. She's not just a pretty face, she's got a secret that keeps you guessing. And Yuki Kudo as the Dragon Lady? She's fierce, she's got style, and she's not someone you want to mess with. We've also got Max von Sydow playing Reynard, the French ambassador. He's got that dignified air about him, and he's smack in the middle of all the international intrigue. For some local flavor, Ivan Attal plays George, a Parisian cabbie who gets tangled up in Lee and Carter's shenanigans. He's grumpy, he's got a thick accent, and he's hilariously clueless about what he's gotten himself into. And of course, we can't forget about Zhang Jinchu as Su Yung, Han's daughter. She's grown up since we last saw her, and she's got her part to play in this whole triad puzzle. Sima returns as Ambassador Han, the target of the assassination attempt that kicks off the whole adventure. He's the reason Lee and Carter are back together, and he has all the information on the triads. Then there's Donna Ivy as Sister Agnes, the nun who helps out with her French skills. She's a small part, but she's got some of the best lines, and her interactions with Carter are just gold. Continuing our laid-back chat about Rush Hour 3, let's discuss the plot and themes that makes this flick tick. So, after Rush Hour 2, things have calmed down a bit. That until they don't. Ambassador Hans is about to spill some serious beans on the trials in this big deal court in LA, and our man Lee's there to watch his back. Meanwhile, Carter's out there playing traffic cop, which is kind of like going from a superhero to a sidekick. But then, bam, Hans gets shot by a sniper, and all heck breaks loose. Lee's on the case, chasing the shooter across rooftops, only to find out it's his old foster brother Kenji. Talk about family drama. Lee's shot, Kenji gets away, and Carter's just catching up. Hans stuff is nailed though. He survives and ends up in a hospital. Lee and Carter swear to Hans' daughter, Su Yung, that they'll catch the bad guy. She sends them on a wild goose chase to the Kung Fu studio, where they tangled with students and learn the trials are messing with her stuff. Back at the hospital, Lee and Carter play a whack-a-mole with some hitman who speaks French. They got some help from Sister Agnes, who's got more than just prayers up her sleeve. They whisk Su Yung off to the French embassy for safety. But then, boom! A car bomb almost takes her and the ambassador out. Now it's off to Paris for our heroes. They get a not-so-warm welcome from the local police chief, Revy, and then hitch a ride with George, a cabbie who's not exactly thrilled about Americans. They stumble upon a triad hangout, where Carter hits it off with Genevieve, a performer, while Lee gets duped by Jasmine, a deadly assassin. Kenji's crew captures them and takes them to the sewer, offering them a one-way ticket out of Paris. However, Lee did not leave without justice for Han and Su Yung. They manage to break free and take a breather at a hotel. Lee spills the bean about his past with Kenji, and Carter, feeling bummed, decided to take a walk. Carter's not down for long though. He spots Genevieve and follows her, while Lee learns from Reynard that Shai Shen isn't a person. It's a list of a triad bigwigs, and Genevieve's got the deets. After saving Genevieve from a close call, they all head back to the hotel, only to be ambushed by Jasmine. Good old George comes to the rescue, and Genevieve drops a bombshell. The list is tattooed on her head, and the triads want it back, even if it means chopping it off. Lee and Carter take Genevieve to Reynard, but surprise, he's in cahoots with the triads. Kenji's got Su Yung, and he wants to trade her for Genevieve. The showdown happens at the Eiffel Tower. Carter's in disguise. Lee's ready to rumble, and Kenji wants a sword fight. They wrestle, but when Kenji's life is in Lee's hand, he lets go, choosing honor over survival. Carter's doing his own hero thing, saving Su Yung and taking out Jasmine in a gruesome elevator wheel incident. Just when they think it's all over, Reynard pulls out a gun, but George saves the day with a well-placed shot. The cop shows up and Revy tries to steal the glory, but Lee and Carter aren't having it. They knocked him out cold and start off to war by Edwin and Starr, victorious and ready for whatever comes next. Alright, so picture this. Behind every blockbuster Rush Hour movie, there's a whole army of creative fools making the magic happen. At the helm, you've got Brett Ratner, the director, steering the ship with his vision, making sure everything looks just right on screen. But let's not forget about the mastermind behind the crazy situation Lee and Carter finds himself in, Jeff Nathanson, the writer. Cooking up those wild scenarios, and Ross Lamana? Well, he's the genius who first dreamed up these characters we can't get enough of. Now, let's talk bigwigs, the producers. Roger Birnbaum, Jonathan Glickman, Jay Stern, Arthur M. Sarkisian, and Andrew Z. Davis are the ones making sure that the movie has everything it needs, from money to resources. They're like the investors in a startup, but for movies. Then there's J. Michael Mura, the cinematographer, the one responsible for those jaw-dropping shots and angles that make the movie pop. If it looks stunning, it's all thanks to him and his team behind the lens. And let's not forget about the tunes. Lalo Schifrin, the composer, sets the mood with music that gets your heart racing during the chases and your foot tapping during the funny bits. His melodies are like the secret sauce that makes a movie unforgettable. Behind the scenes, several production companies such as Roger Birnbaum Productions, Arthur Sarkisian Productions, and Unlike Film Productions teamed up to bring this movie to life. It's like a big family coming together to create something special. Alright, let's talk about dollars and cents in the movie business, focusing on Rush Hour 3. So, you got the shiny new movie, right? It's all done and dusted, and it's looking pretty slick. Now, it's time to get it out into the world. And that's where New Line Cinema comes into play. They're like the delivery guys, but instead of pizza, they're delivering the movie to the theaters all over the place. Their job is to make sure you can stroll into your local cinema, buy a ticket, and enjoy the show with some buttery popcorn. Now, let's chat about the moolah. The greenbacks, the cashola, basically the budget. Movies are like any big project. They need a budget, and Rush Hour 3 was no small potatoes. We're talking somewhere between 125 to 140 million bucks to make this baby. That's a whole heap of money, but here's the kicker. It was worth every penny. Why? Because when the movie hits the theaters, people flock to see it. They laugh, they gasp, and they munch on popcorns. And all that fun translated into a whopping $258.1 million at the box office. That's what you call a good return on investment. Rush Hour 3 wasn't just another flick, it was a whole experience. And thanks to the team at New Line Cinema and all the dollars poured into it, we got to join Lee and Carter on another wild ride. And let's be real, who doesn't love a good buddy cop comedy with Jackie Chan doing his thing and Chris Tucker making us laugh? In the end, it's all about entertainment, and Rush Hour 3 delivered. And that, my friends, is how the story of how Rush Hour 3 went from a big budget project to a big time hit. Pretty cool, huh? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more information.